My name's Merikay Waldvogel. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee, from the Knoxville Modern Quilt Guild. And I'm here to talk about a quilt that I entered that was juried into this show. I don't consider myself a quilt maker. I do make quilts. I'm more of a quilt historian. But this particular quilt is entered in the small quilt category. It's called Boro on My Mind. Boro is a Japanese kind of recycling and reusing of fabrics, a lot like we do in the South. And I've been to Japan several times, and every time I go to the flea markets and collect the old fabrics. And so I've had these fabrics. They're all from Japan. They're cottons, they're woven, and I finally decided to cut into them and make a quilt top. So I had the quilt top made, and I really, the part that I like about making a quilt is kind of working with the lights and darks and getting it just right, and I was really pleased with it. And I sewed it all up, and I didn't know then what to do with the quilting. I suspected I wanted to do sashiko, but I leave things. I'm a procrastinator. And I was with Barbara Brackman. She and I do a quilting retreat together and sit next to each other at the tables, and this was on the wall, and she said, "Merikay, I'll take this home and do the sashiko for you." And I said, "Ooh, I'm not sure I wanted to do it." And so I didn't give it to her at the end of the retreat, but I got home and I said something to my husband about it, and he said, "Duh, Barbara will finish it. And why not?" And so I sent her the top and the back and the batting. It's all the right stuff. It's cotton, it's even the backing is a fabric that was recycled from the 1890s. And so I saw her again like 2 months later in July. She'd finished it. I couldn't believe it. And then I showed it to my Modern Quilt Guild at Show and Tell. It's dark. Most modern quilts have a white background, and somebody in the group said, "Enter it in QuiltCon." QuiltCon was going to be in Nashville. I live in Knoxville. So I thought, okay. So I did, and it was an interesting experience, the whole application thing. And then in February, I get this call or this email that says, "Your quilt has been accepted," and it just blew my mind. I'd called Barbara. She didn't quite understand what I had done. But here we are. It's showing at QuiltCon. 2 thoroughly modern quilt historians over the age of 70, and my quilt is entered. So that's my story.